Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Beautiful amethyst angel to say hello to everybody, sending you love and compassion. Welcome to my Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today is May 3rd, 2021. I'm MaryAnne. You're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. And I'm super happy to have you here. I'm super happy to be here. And let's see, for those that are new, I am a psychic and intuitive reader of many years. I like to incorporate some astrology with my readings these days, and I definitely pick 2 sun signs every single day, love connections, to talk to you about, to share messages that come through from my guides, my intuition, definitely channeled messages that come through, in addition to my incredible oracle and tarot divinations and runes that I've incorporated. It's just, it's such a beautiful, strong room in here, my sacred space with knowledge and wisdom and caring and inspiration and just pure love. So I picked the 2 sun signs, but the first one is what I title the featured sign. It's the predominance of the reading, and it is by order of my astrology wheel. So we're on the beginning of the month, I should say, readings, because it is May 3rd. I do the first half of the month, and then I come back and finish with the second half of the month for every single zodiac sign in order from Aries to Pisces. Today we're on the beautiful, beautiful sign of Gemini. And then I pick a featured, no, I always say that, don't I? I pick a highlighted. This is definitely spiritually guided. The highlighted is the spontaneous connection that you need to know about for whatever reason. I'm just the messenger. But a lot of times it becomes very clear from what I understand from the response I get in the comments. So let's pick that right away. First and foremost, I will pick 3 additional messages from my beautiful tarot that I'm using for the beginning of May, and that is my wonderful Art Nouveau tarot. And I love it. Every single card has a shiny gold aspect to it, and that's how I feel. I feel shiny, I feel golden, I feel super blessed, and I think that has a lot to do with the energies happening, which I can explain a little further. But going on and not getting too far off the beaten path, for your highlighted, you have Pisces. I don't know if you got that last time and make it look it up, but it doesn't matter. It's a new month, and I absolutely love this for you. And 2 things or 3 things I want to say right off the bat with astrology that's really important is the planet of Mercury, which rules you, Gemini, has gone into your sign. So it is extremely comfortable in your sign. It is what you were born with and knowing from day one. And Mercury is all about the mind. You as a Gemini are an air sign, an air element, and you just are all about your thoughts, your thinking capability, your knowledge, your intelligence, highly intelligent, usually constantly wanting to learn, grow, expand. And a lot of that has to do, although we all have that in us in some form, that Mercury aspect really, really ups the ante with you. So there's the clarity, the determination, the mutable aspect of you. You're a mutable sign. So that means you're capable of so many different ways of seeing things and doing things, and open to being flexible and being here and there. And the energy is kind of everywhere. You're a duality sign. You're the twins. You can be high, you can be low. I mean, your energy is constant, and it's sometimes very exhausting for you. And sometimes people around you, but I enjoy it and love you dearly for it. As a fellow air sign, I've had a lot of Geminis in my life. Usually the same, element will just naturally kind of find each other or, understand each other, because all air signs have to do with the mind, but you in particular. So with Mercury in your sign for an extended amount of time, Gemini, it's going to be really helpful for you, in even more so than you already are, as far as, like I said, all the things that just keep you going and really motivated, and connecting with people, teaching language, opportunity, just commerce, just all of these things are going to really take on a more strong feeling for you, you know, more so than you already have. And then because of the extension and being in your sign of Mercury, it will go into retrograde. That will happen in your sign. Yes, lucky you. Yay, Mercury retrograde. So what I do is I always say the same thing. We're not going to talk too much about it because we still have some time. It starts on the 29th of May. Prior to that, you have the full force of Mercury before it does the retrograde and appears to be going backwards and slowing things down, all for the sake of helping you. You know, pushing forward right now this first half, because the shadowy period kind of starts good 15 days or so before the actual retrograde. Real vigor, serenity. You really want to make things go forward, okay? You're really in that mindset. You are so clear-headed and so, you know, ready. And then you have Venus going into your sign on the 8th. That's the day before Mother's Day this weekend. That's absolutely beautiful energy. I mean, so your thinking and your heart and your love are kind of one, right? And there's this beautiful, you know, harmonious kind of feeling within you. And Venus is all about love, but it's about money, and it's about attraction. It's about magic. It's about, you know, the beauty in all things, the senses and the things we love to feel and touch, and our animals, and just every single love connection that's out there for us. And you have a lot. You love people. You're social. You care about people. You know, you want to help as many people as possible. You're just so much fun, you know, and that's going to be really revved up. If you're not already feeling it, you certainly will be and should be moving forward throughout the month. And there's more. Oh yeah, there's more. So the retrograde lasts from the 29th and starts a little before with the shadowy, and then ends, I believe, on the 22nd of June, maybe the 23rd, depending on where you're located. And I believe it's the 10th or something of June. We have the second of the two eclipses in your sign. Okay, a lot's happening, a lot of changes, a lot, even with the retrograde, it's okay. Like I said, it'll slow it down. You push forward everything, all these vital, important forms of communication and technology and all the interesting things you can do to express yourself and to share and to work towards, you know, new opportunities, new jobs, new ventures, whatever it is. But when the retrograde comes, you simply just know you have to be a little more flexible, definitely more patient, because things are going to change, timing will change, other people's plans won't necessarily work with yours. You just kind of sit back as best you can. I always suggest taking a vacation. I think it's absolutely a beautiful time for you, because your birthday season is starting on the 20th. So, you know, this is time to plan. Let's do that getaway, because I know what's going to happen. I know I'm going to, you know, and even with the plans for the traveling, if it's not, you know, during the retrograde, just double check everything, okay? It's just about reviewing, you know, every time we have retrogrades of any planet or any time, it's always going to be more introspection. It's about what's happening with you versus the outside world. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need that, certainly when it comes to relationships and important things in our lives. So lots happening with you, Gemini, and I'm excited for you. And these sun sign readings are for sun signs that are Gemini, and of course the Pisces highlighted. But if you have planets that are in Gemini or other air signs, you're probably going to feel these energies more. If you have friends you want to watch this for, everybody can get something out of the readings. And even though this highlighted a Pisces, which is phenomenal for you, because this is really about your soul and your love and your compassion and your creativity, heightened, you know, in addition to what you already have, Gemini. I see these two hanging out all the time because you have so much to talk about and to share and to dream about, you know, and then make happen. Pisces is the water element that creates and just manifests. I mean, that's one of the most incredible traits and gifts that they have, and being around that, just that, you know, osmosis of that definitely can heighten your ability to, and your intuition and all the things, the gifts that we have that are internal and will never go away, and just really grasping onto that. Not to mention the fact that on May 13th, we have had Jupiter, the benevolent, gift-loving, lucky, you know, planet that expands everything it touches and wants to do the right things and give you all these opportunities to improve and expand your life. It's been in the sign of Aquarius since December 19th, 2020. It's retrograding into Pisces, and then some awesome things can happen. A little touch of what will happen then from May 13th to July 28th, I believe, goes back into Aquarius till December 28th, and then next year for good 4 or 5 months, it goes back into Pisces and retrogrades into Aries. Anyway, wonderful, beautiful energy to be around this person, and the optimism that comes, and the ideas, and the never-ending possibilities are there. So what a beautiful highlighted connection. And if it's not someone you know right now, you may be in touch with a water Pisces, in some capacity, or it's somebody you already know and you don't really know that yet. You just find out when their birthdays is. That's the latter part of February through March 20th, basically. I don't know. I feel such joy, compassion, the vulnerability's there, the creativity's there, the desire to really reach people and connect, and all the things we've wanted to do for so long. It's just really magnified right now. Now, both of you are mutable signs, so there's that beautiful harmonizing energy right there. Both of you are considered duality. You got the two fish going in two different directions, knowing about the ups and downs, the cycles of life, the currents, and then ruled. Historically, the ruling planet for Pisces was Jupiter, so it's very comfortable there, but more modernly, they decided when they found Neptune, I don't remember the year, I'm not that good at this, that would be a really good fit for this beautiful energy of Pisces as well. So basically, both of them are kind of related to Pisces, but Neptune is our imagination. It's the unseen, the thing that I always speak about loving so much. We know is happening, but we don't always see it. We can't necessarily taste it or feel it, but it's there. It's soul. It's community. It's a constant. It's a source. It's our higher power. All of the above. Exciting times, fun times, definitely times for joy and laughter and love for each other, but also really, really important times to navigate towards the things that mean the most to you. And that's absolutely the theme for a lot of Pisces anyway. It's the 6th house. It's about healing everything that needs to be healed and working through it, whether it means letting it go. And I might add that, these eclipses, they're no joke. They are super, super powerful, and they will take things out of your life. They will eclipse things out and bring things in instantly. It's happened to me in my life many times. Not just death, which has definitely been a part of it, but that's also a natural process of life. And then people go on to other places. They never actually leave us. They're just in a different dimension, right? That's the reality, and I believe it because I feel things from people that have passed on in my life. But it doesn't have to mean death. It just means a death of a situation, of course, and all for the betterment of you. And even friends and circumstances like you would not have imagined that, like, where'd they go? Well, they weren't obviously that close or that great of a part of your life, because if they disappear like that, it's all for the betterment, right? That's kind of how I feel about that. And at first it seems a little harsh, but then you're like, no, that's perfect. Yeah, new people come in. It allows room for better connections and like-minded people and all the wonderful things that I think a lot of us secretly and outwardly, ask for, those connections. I know I do. So let's see what the 3 major categories are for this beautiful highlight connection. Then I go on to the oracles, which is for every single Gemini and all of your connections, so there's some message for everybody, like I said. And may I just say that yesterday's upload only uploaded this morning. I don't know why. I'm just going with it. Might be a little touch of the old retrograde already starting for me. It wouldn't surprise me. It happens that way a lot. I get it way beforehand, but I also want to say it did work, so I'll have 2 out this today. That's all. I apologize because I do my best and I start the upload right away, and how long it takes is kind of out of my hands sometimes. But let us read to you, like I said, and bring you the messages in relation to this beautiful highlighted connection. And the first category is always the overall overall message, okay? What's led you to this reading? And it is the beginning of the month. This message could last you the entirety of the month. It could change by the mid-month reading, so I always suggest you come back and compare the story at that point. And you have the Two of Pentacles. Well, there's partnership, there's balance, flexibility, money growth, having control over that, certainly having great ideas and aspirations and thoughts with the Mercury mind going, and never stopping pretty much. You got to be careful about that. You want to balance that, because sometimes we get those thoughts going and those loops going that just, that can lead to nowhere. So that's a very important message that just came through. But it does have to do with the pentacles, and those are the coins, and those are our comforts and our practical aspects. And of course, we're in Taurus season right now, and that's an earth element. That is the coins. Taurus is about absolute money and ruled by Venus, which is what I said, the planet you're going into this sign of Venus, Gemini, on the 8th. And oh my, so there's a beautiful harmonizing energy right there, because Venus is all about good stuff. The only thing that I would say is maybe just, I can't think of anything. I just feel like it's super beautiful. When Venus goes into retrograde, then sometimes, once again, you got to be careful. You don't want to get certain surgeries, elective surgeries. Maybe you don't want to get your hair cut that time or change the color. It might go awry. But when it's direct like it is now, it's all beautiful. It's really wonderful, magical touches and things that happen. And so, I'm feeling and just reading to you a lot about the synchronicities right now that are working in your favor, Gemini. And it feels good. Yeah, it's a balancing act. Life is. Just knowing what to spend and how much not to. And if you go on that vacation, just making sure that you don't overdo it so you don't feel badly about it and think about it too much. I just feel like you have it under control. I really do. And I feel like it can stay that way with these new ideas and inspirations that are coming through for you. And Venus in the mix. Because, Venus does represent money. And I know I've said that, but I always like to reiterate that. It's not all about beauty. But it might be wanting to change something in your appearance, too, is coming to mind. Because that's what I was trying to say before. That's okay. Go for it. As long as it's possibly permanent for a certain amount of time. And as long as you feel good about that, I say go for it. Transformation is a key to this year, certainly this month, the next couple of months. So I like that. Let's see what goes on with the second category, which is the overall possible blessings or obstacles. And it kind of just coincides. This is basically a storyline when you're doing tarot, right? They're the symbols and the recognition of possibilities or people in your life, circumstances. And it's pretty darn accurate a lot of times for a lot of people, I find. If you don't resonate right away, though, give it some time. Everyone's timeline can be a little different when it comes to spirituality. And okay, so for the possible blessings or obstacles, you have the Chariot, which is the major arcana, 7. This is mastering, man. This is mastering your craft, your mind, your body, your soul. You are the vehicle of yourself. It's about forward movement. You rule the chariot, whatever that means. It is about transportation. So, okay, straight up, you're going to be planning for vacations if you don't actually go on one. Maybe you're getting away for Mother's Day if you're a mother. Sorry, for Mother's Day. And happy birthday to you. I will be doing an upload as well for that, to the best of my ability. It's a special time. But I feel like it has to do with transportation. Now remember, I didn't want to bring it up, but for now it's good. You may get a new car. You may have wanted to invest a little bit of money, did the balancing act, made sure that you set aside a little bit the way you needed to so that you could get some new wheels, okay? And in this card, that's a very important aspect of it. You have 2 Sphinx in front. There's a black and a white Sphinx. This is the ups and downs of life. This is the reality of, the cycles, as I mentioned, the Pisces understanding of that, the old soul, for everything that goes up, there's a down. For every wealth, there's something important. It's whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just the law of life. but there are no, no, what am I trying to say? There's no, when you have, I was going to buy one for my kitten actually, a leash. There's no leash. There's nothing around them. It's free reign. It's your decision to go forward, and you're feeling good about this. You certainly have experienced the ups and downs. It's nothing new to you. You take it on strongly, and it does represent the sign of Cancer. And there's the new moon. Now, the new moon is about that fresh start as well, and that's happening on the 11th. That is happening in the sign of Taurus, and we're in this season of Taurus. And Uranus is in Taurus, so there's changes and unpredictability and amazing, incredible opportunities, and for good or worse, all of them leading to the better way, the better path. Wow, that new moon clearly is wanting to speak out to you as well. Maybe this new passionate thing that you're not holding back on anymore would be best to do by the new moon, as I mentioned, with the other energies coming through towards the end of the month. That'll slow it down. It's a faster moving. Cancer is the sign that rules this card. Cancer is our emotions, and it's the water, like the Pisces. It's about our vulnerability. It's about allowing ourselves to love and to feel emotionally stable. This mastery doesn't have to be of a job. It could be of your absolute love and dedication to this connection. And, being real about it, not trying to run away from it. You Geminis are super, you love your freedom. You're incredible when it comes to love. You will love someone to the bitter end, like there's no tomorrow. However, sometimes it takes a while for you to make that choice or what have you, and you're just like, I don't know, but you always work it out. This is about you feeling way more in control of your emotions about it, what with the water, as I said, and just knowing your worth, knowing your empowerment, standing strong with that. I think that's an absolute blessing. Maybe the only obstacle would be that it hasn't happened yet, that you're still wanting it to, and you're just about ready to, and I don't know, the anticipation. Who knows? I just feel beautiful about it. It's a great, great, great card. And it's success. So you can feel good about that in anything, no matter what it may be. The final card is always the financial card. It is the energy of money, which is what money and everything is. We're all energy. And it's just letting you know maybe something that you don't or that you do. Just kind of reiterating it to you. So what do you have for this beautiful month of May? All right, there you have the Two of Wands. It's fire, it's ambition, it's motivation, it's everything you are. If you weren't an air sign, honestly, you would absolutely be a fire sign. You're a little firecracker, man. You get things going. You don't mess around, and you don't wait. You just like spinning your way, burning the oil at both ends, trying this, trying that, seeking that, And all I would suggest is maybe just sticking to two of those wands right there. You and your relationship, figuring it out, working together. You've got 2 coins, you've got 2 wands. There's a lot about partnership. There's a lot about you being the Gemini, the 2, the if and maybe this way or that. Feeling solid, feeling very, very strong in your choices. That will lead to great financial support, stability. That's a beautiful thing. Let me think about what else. I don't know, the Uranus planet is one of the more very active and, fiery kind of planets, out of all the planets. And it's just letting you know that you got to go for it. You got to be a risk taker at times. I'm not talking about being crazy, but when you make that risk, if you don't, you'll never know. And you don't strike me as being a mercurial sign with the, planet Mercury being your ruling planet. You don't strike me as somebody that wouldn't think it over really, really well, many times, all different possibilities, strategically, logically, what have you. So you got this. You're on the right track. You certainly see your life and your world ahead of you. The transportation aspects maybe mean you want to go traveling finally, and maybe going to another country and, another world if it were. It could also be very close by, which could seem like another world after being, confined maybe for so long. Gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful, uplifting energy, which I sensed right away with this beautiful highlighted connection of Pisces. Balance, you got the two Sphinx, you got the Two of Coins and the Two of Wands. Balance, acceptance, trust in you, having that confidence and that self-reliability with this, beautiful Chariot. You've got this, okay? You absolutely have this. And that's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing going into a birthday year, because everybody kind of goes through a thing, I think. Not everybody, but a lot of people are like, oh, okay, time to think about this again. Sure came fast. Last year this happened. This year is what I want to make happen. And by gum, you can make it happen. Anything you put out there like that and fully believe in. So those are your readings. I'm going to end that particular highlighted with a rune, like I say I like to do now. And I'm really glad I incorporated this because it really seals the message beautifully. So I basically picked from my beautiful bag of runes, one rune, beautiful, very, very powerful oracle of the rune that just has such, knowledge and beautiful guidance for us. All right, now this is what looks to be like a Z, and I set it right on the second beautiful card of obstacles or possible blessings. You have the Chariot. 7 is, working through difficulties and spiritually guided, co-creative energy, angelic energy, luck. And what that symbol is, let me double check it here. Yeah, I went right to it. Ewaz. I'm going to say Ewaz. I'm still butchering it, but I hope to be able to get that correct at some point in time. Ewaz, it's number 13, which 1 plus 3 in numerology equals a 4, stability. There you go. And you had the Two of Coins and the two of Wands, which equals 4, which is stability on both counts, physically, tangible, thought, spirit, mind, soul. You got to have them all, it has to be holistically, mind, body, and spirit to really be in sync. And then that balance is just, it's everything. So we'll go into the actual definitions, and it lets you know what time frame this is specifically speaking of. So 13. And you have, it says yew tree is a symbol of this particular rune. That is the word that is connected to it. So a tree, but the grounding, all these ideas, keeping them grounded as an air sign, it's so important. I think that air loves the time of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for that reason. I see many air signs with earth signs because they're so different and they really complement each other and harmonize, because that grounded aspect is essential for us to take those thoughts and take the spirited aspect of us and then plant it and make it stable for ourselves and present, and that's everything you have with the season of Taurus. And it's there for you to plant those seeds in essence and watch them grow and fully believe in that and not get too much in the mind. So the time frame is between December 29th and January 12th, which happens to be the earth sign of Capricorn. So it's very much about earth for you and recognizing whatever you're thinking or doing or intentions for the new moon, for heaven's sakes, you want to write those down, will be planted and be permanent. It could be for years and years to come what comes from it, and that's a good feeling. And the wording is response, secret, magic, mystery, sensitivity, clairvoyance, oh my gosh, intuition. There's that Pisces energy, right? And then independence, of course, duration, and continuity, and silence, because there's so much knowledge and so much intuition and guidance in our silence. Like, I work hard for that as a fellow air sign. I meditate every day. I do my best. I breathe, and I don't beat myself up anymore. I just go with it. And after a while, the more you do it, you kind of fall into that kind of trance. But my point is, I want to just be silent. I don't want to go thinking about things. I will go back to the breath and focus on that. And then you do just open yourself. That's what it's about. It's about being open so that you can get information and you can come up with ideas and you do hear the signs and the messages and you just feel better because you're still, it's in the stillness. So that's really beautiful. And that tells me that perhaps whatever you do intend on or wish for this new moon of Taurus on the 11th will be culminated for sure by the Capricorn time, the other fellow earth sign. And that's not that long. You know how fast everything goes. That's something to think about. Write that down if you want and then come back and let me know. If you have not subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe. It's a beautiful way to support my channel. It's free. It doesn't take long. You can like, you can share, and you can push the notification bell because all my time is a little different. I am a massage therapist and I do work in all different hours and I come in here between and so forth. So I would greatly appreciate that. I truly do. And I love the people that have been supporting my channel. Moving on though, you have your beautiful Wisdom of the Hidden Realm Oracle. This is for every single Gemini. And it's incredibly powerful month for you. I know it is every year, but it just seems like it's even more this year. Just, motivating you and inspiring you and genuinely wanting to guide you into the best possible places and the growth that you want to feel and see. So, for you, beautiful Geminis, and every one of your signs, the map maker of destiny. Authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Always free will, regardless of what I say. There are messages and there are guidance, but you can take it and be and do whatever you choose to do. It's number 24, which is 6. And the 6 is generally the house that the Pisces, resides in as far as, the balance and the everyday work to work life, the healing a lot of times. So that's an important message. You had the Pisces for the highlighted. And let's read to you what it says more importantly, okay, in the book. This is by Colette Baron Reed. She's amazing. She has so many beautiful tarot decks out there and just so much to offer. You can see her easily and readily on YouTube as well. So 24 is saying to you, Gemini, when the map maker of destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with myriad paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, places where you will be challenged to evolve into the highest aspects of the self. That's kind of what we've been talking about because that's a part of our life, right? And the changes are inevitable, and some we see, some we don't. Some we welcome, some we don't, but they're there for a reason. They are a destiny. Remember that you're a spark of the divine, come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events of your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. I love that line. Let me read it again. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences. So free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. And now is one of those times. You're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that you must change in order to express your highest good. Anyway, it's phenomenal. It's beautiful. It definitely coincides with what I believe your message has been for this month, and that you can hold, you know, within yourself, because they're important, beautiful messages, you know. And that's the picture. I don't know if I showed you that. I love the illustrations. Just trusting and knowing, you know, you've got it. You've definitely got it. And then last, no, it's not last. I pulled up this beautiful other one. I usually do at least 2. I have 3 this time, because this is the manifestation, motivational manifestation. Whoo, baby! The motivation manifesto cards. And it's kind of self-explanatory, you know. You motivate the manifestations that you choose to have, right? You are that creator. And it's just in line with the whole theme of, you know, law of attraction and what we can bring into our lives. With things like feelings and thoughts and so forth. And your message, this day is to be enjoyed. I read this just recently. This day is to be enjoyed like a pause at a cool stream during summer's heat. And you can, if you can visualize that, I'm sure that may have happened at some point in your life, but even not, you have such an incredible mind. I can see you understanding and maybe even really actually feeling empathically what that is. But it's good. It's really good. And it is that pause. It's the pause and the silence and all the things we spoke about that are so rich in between all the other, because you're a doer and a mover, and, you know, your energy is everywhere, like I said, and you not only deserve, but you would benefit from the pauses. Okay, so that's beautiful too. And last but not least, the super attractor manifestation deck, which is, like I call it, I like to think of them as mantras and or affirmations you can say over and over, and to change that energy and to change things that maybe aren't feeling right into to the point that they do, because we always want to feel good. When you feel good is when you bring in the best things. It is about the feeling. So your last message for today, Geminis. I love that reading. I hope you do as well. Let me know, okay? I will always respond to your comments. If you subscribe, you can definitely interact with me. Well, there you go. When I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. And you are. You're such a loving, beautiful soul. You just want to be out there and helping and teaching and, you know, and sharing and connecting, boy. And this is about the beautiful, I'd say, second and root chakra together. The ability to create, to, you know, to be very, very passionate. And, yeah, I love it. And there's 2 again. There's something very important. And when it's about Venus, it is about love. It's about romance. I'm saying any kind of love connection, but it's romance, man. Go for it if you have it. Don't be surprised if somebody comes into your life and you're single, okay? This is the time. These are the times. If it isn't this time, it'll be the next time this kind of energy comes through. But it's a possibility, boys. So just be open to that as well. So that's it. And I just want to thank you again. And hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. The weather's been really wonderful in Northern California. And I hope you can really enjoy that and have an amazing weekend. And come on back sometime, okay? Certainly for your mid-month readings or for friends or what have you. So take care. Until next time, bye for now.